Okay, so it looks like some good news on the battlefield when it comes to Vic Mignogna. Namely, Toei knows what's going down at Funimation, and they've had all they can stand, and they can't stand no more. They're about to pull Dragon Ball, and probably even One Piece out of the Funimation grip. Monica, I told you before, I'll say it again. No weapon that is formed against us, and in this case by proxy Vic, shall prosper. That is the promise I stood upon throughout this whole war. And thank God it is coming to fruition. The wicked are getting caught in their own trap. And with all the backdoor dealings Funimation has done, and how crooked it is behind the scenes, I could see other studios pulling their old products out of that studio. Whether they're still in production or if they're done. And this couldn't come at a better time, especially now that since Vic has been removed from One Piece castings, and from the One Piece cast list. And for those who don't know what role Vic plays in One Piece, he plays the role of Luffy's other older adopted brother, the one he thought was dead prior to the start of the series until we found out much later that he was still alive, and is actually the number 2 man in the Revolutionary Army, and is now Fire Fist 2.0, version 2, Sabo. Who is basically the right-hand man to Luffy's father, Monkey D. Dragon. These respective reports were done by Nick Rekieta, Perfection, and SSG Sami, respectively. Link to the former and latter cases, for those wondering where I got the details from. That said, as far as I'm concerned, Monica, Sean, Sabat, your Dragon Ball days, time's up. You're getting hit with the Infinity Gauntlet and being snapped out of existence. And what did it cost you? Everything. Your rep with the fans, your sales, figures. It's going to cost you convention appearances because of your stubbornness and pride. As far as I'm concerned, you three were never the true Goku, were the true Bulma, Goku, Piccolo, or Vegeta, respectively. In my opinion, those belong to Tiffany Vollmer, Ian James Corlett, and or Kirby Morrow, depending on which one you want to go with. Personally, I was more prone to Ian's voice in the Ocean dub. I don't know when and how Kirby took it over. Scott McNeil and Brian Drummond, respectively. And for those who don't know who those were, Tiffany Vollmer is retired, but she was Funimation's original voice actress for Bulma. And she did a hell of a much better job than the shrieking Banshee as Monica Rial. Ian James Corlett and Kirby Morrow, many would know the former as Cheetor from Transformers Beast Wars, and the latter as prominently as Moroku from Inuyasha. They both played Goku in the Ocean dub. And Scott McNeil, he's played a variety of roles in Western cartoons, most of which adapted from video games and toy lines. But as far as anime roles go outside of Piccolo, he was most prominently known for playing Duo Maxwell in Mobile Suit Gundam Wing and Koga in Inuyasha, while Brian Drummond, mostly known for playing roles such as Ryuk from Death Note and Benny in Black Lagoon. Those are as well as the Ocean dub Vegeta. Those are the three roles I most remember him for playing. It'll be a bit of a curve if Ocean gets the licensing back for Dragon Ball from here on out, because they've got a lot of road to cover. Because they've got a lot of ground to cover for an American release. At least if they do Super. Heck, maybe even to spit in the face of Funimation, they bring Vic over for Broly. I mean, they bring Vic in for a role or two. I'm saying that as a joke. And let's just say that for the trio who pretty much instigated the bandwagon, you reap what you sow. I stand with Vic, now, then, and forever. And as for a little additional scripture I could throw a barb at in terms of the trio that are going to cause the downfall of Funimation. Enthusiasm without knowledge is no good. And haste makes mistakes. Or should I try? Fools' words get them into constant quarrels, and they're just asking for a beating. Proverbs 19:2 and 18:6, respectively. And Rial, Sabat, Schemmel, you three are asking for a beating. Compliments of Toei Animation when they pull the plug on your operation. Goodbye and good night. Bang.